Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another episode on the SAGA channel. It's been a while. I know I haven't made a video in like 3 or 4 months. I've been really busy. I got to go to Europe, visit my family for the first time in a year and a half, taught a driving course, taught an IDC, and did a bunch of photo shoots for some dive brands. But I'm making time right now to make a video about what I think is probably one of the coolest dive products in a long time. We're going to talk about the Scubapro Galileo HUD. Guys, this is a diving channel, so if you're a diver, you like consuming diving content, then you should probably consider subscribing to the channel. You get a little notification whenever we make a new video, which is not that often, as I just explained, maybe should be more. And you can always like the video. That lets YouTube know that you are enjoying this content and you get more content like this. I would like to start this episode by thanking Ed. Ed, you know who you are. Ed is the person who made it possible for me to receive this Scubapro Galileo HUD, which, by the way, sending something down to a faraway tropical island isn't always simple. Took 2 months, little over 2 months, but here it is, and I'm very excited. It's the Scubapro Galileo HUD. I'm a sucker for nice packaging, and I know the packaging is not the product, but this looks nice. Obviously, when you buy a high-end product like this, you expect it to be presented well, and this certainly is, like most Scubapro products. Okay, nice. So I think it comes in 2 configurations, with or without the transmitter. Ed was clearly kind enough to send me a transmitter as well, so that's obviously how we're going to use it. Then we have the mask attachment, which we'll have a look at in a little bit. I'm curious how this is going to work. We have the charging cable and, of course, the Galileo HUD itself. It's actually smaller than I thought it would be. It sits like this, I presume, on the mask, and it's relatively lightweight. This was one of the things that I was wondering, is how heavy is this gonna be? Because I had a talk yesterday with somebody who said, do you really want your dive information on your mask or near your mask? And my argument was sort of it used to be right here and then it moved to here, so I don't see a reason why it couldn't move again closer to where you actually consume the information, but that it would all depend on sort of the ergonomics of it, right? Is it heavy? If it's gonna pull your mask down during the dive, then most people probably aren't gonna go for that. And the second thing that it depends on, I think, is how intrusive it is. Like, are you able to sort of look past it? Are you able to, like, you can see your nose, but you never actually look at your nose because your brain just sort of paints that out. If that's the same over time with the HUD, then I could see that becoming just, yeah, that's where it is, that's normal, because that's where I need to see it. So let's see if we can, there's a little film here, and let's see if it comes, oh yeah, it comes charged, or at least partially charged. Nice Scubapro logo to start up. Did you guys know that to tell how the Scuba logo is the right side up, it's when the arrow is pointing down, because that's where we divers go. Okay, so this, the initial layout, it looks a lot like, dare I say it, like a shearwater Perdix maybe, like square, nicely divided. There is a compass though, like on the home screen, there is sort of the heading, and yeah, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. And then right here, this little wheel, that's our, that's how we navigate. So I guess, okay, so you press to access the menu. Nice, gas, navigation, settings, dive planner, logbook. So okay, and then you scroll the wheel, and I'm guessing, and then you click into a menu item, or you long click out of it. Yeah. Oh, this is really intuitive. Okay. Like, I'm not always a fan of one button interfaces. Sometimes they can be tricky, short push, long push. But this is, I mean, obviously it helps that it's a dial, right? And it's a trimix computer too. So I think up to 8 gases, if I'm not mistaken. So that, I personally think is one of the things that I look forward to the most is on tech dives and on long decompression stops, having the info here, your partial pressure and your depth to sort of, you know, check whether you're still where you're supposed to be. I think is probably a nice feature or a nice use case for it. Then I'm assuming this is our charging cable. Yeah, nice. Okay. Another USB charger. Whether you're a fan of that or not, that's up to you. But that makes that, I mean, there's always some way to charge it, right? And again, this is a little smaller than I thought it would be, which is a good thing. I mean, it's price-wise and sort of functionality-wise, I think it's somewhere comparable to the Shearwater Etheric. And honestly, if we look at the volumetrics of this, I think that it's not super far off, apart from the little, you know, screen or periscope, I guess. It's not so far off from what a Etheric would be. And I think in terms of weight, honestly, it might be lighter. I think it feels like they definitely spent some R&D on getting this as light as they possibly could, because they probably knew that would be, you know, one of the real determining factors as to whether divers would adopt this or not. So why don't we set this up on the mask? Quickly watching the actual Scubapro video. Apparently the cable ties have to be routed like this. This piece essentially has to fit on here. So I think that I have it trimmed to where it doesn't conflict with the mask and it kind of sits stable. We're going to go back through here behind the Scubapro. I was already wondering why they would let you cover that up. And then we should be able to come out here. So I think I managed. This is pretty snug. There's like maybe a tiny wiggle, but it's really okay. Really okay. Looks clean in my opinion. And so now we are supposed to be able to place our HUD right in here. Tighten it, and there we go. The Scubapro Galileo HUD dive computer. First impression, thank you to my colleague Paige for trying it out. It gave me a little bit of a better vantage point. I did try it myself. Really like it. It's, like I said, much lighter than I thought it was, and the consequence is that underwater you don't notice that it's there weight-wise. It does take up a tiny bit of real estate in terms of what you can see, but I find that even after a few minutes my eyes just sort of looked through it and it disappeared. It was there, but it wasn't screaming for my attention. And I think there's a use case if you're into photography, if you're teaching scuba, if you're tech diving, and sometimes you just prefer to be hands-free because you're working, you're doing something. Being able to glance up and see that information up there is very, very useful. Some comments were made in terms of what if you drop your mask, what if you lose your mask strap snaps, something like that. Yeah, don't do that. I like it a lot. I think I'll be using it a lot more. I need to test it a little bit more thoroughly. I'll be attaching it to my Guardian full face mask. I think that there's definitely an extra use case there, and I'll definitely be taking it on a tech dive as well to see if I can let it shine to its fullest potential. But first impressions, very, very decent product, and you'll definitely be seeing me wearing this a lot more in the near future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.